India and 3 territories allow for the use of cannabis for medical purposes. Plain PR News, I'm Karen Summer in Lineville.
This is NPR News from Washington. The New York Yankees are on the brink of being swept by Los Angeles Dodgers in this year's World Series. LA beat New York 4-2 last night at Yankee Stadium to win Game 3 of Major League Baseball's Fall Classic. The Dodgers have won each of the first 3 games of the series. They can sweep the Yankees with a win in Game 4 tonight in New York. Some tech companies are turning to nuclear energy for their artificial intelligence data centers. NPR's Sarah Boone reports the aim is to reduce emissions while easing the strain on electrical grids.
Good morning to you. Thank you for being with us. We get started here in a few minutes. Whoops.
Those companies have seen skyrocketing emissions over the last few years with the boom in AI. That technology uses about 10 times as much energy as traditional web search. The companies say they're turning to alternative power sources like nuclear to cut down on their emissions. Building nuclear reactors, however, is expensive and time-consuming. These projects are just in the agreement phase and could take more than a decade. Her NPR News.
Sections of a half-dozen states in the central U.S. are under red flag warnings. The National Weather Service says strong winds and dry conditions are raising the threat of wildfires breaking out in areas of Colorado, Nebraska, Kansas, Illinois, Iowa, and Indiana. I'm Dave Mattingly, NPR News in Washington.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world and comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
Talk to your East Alabama West Georgia weather forecast sponsored by Active Pest Control, 34 Jefferson Street in Lineville. Cloudy skies today will become partly cloudy by the afternoon. On your 80s, south-southwest winds around 10 to 20 miles per hour.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being with us. I'm getting the poll question together. All right, let's see if we can get this poll question going and we can get started and get you guys ready to get on. Yes. Looking good this morning, everyone. Thomas, how you doing? All right, let's see here. Wait a minute. Yeah, there's my poll question. There we go. Good morning, Brewhouse. Jessica, Thomas, DB. No, I don't do that. Maybe you do, DB. I don't know. Am I supposed to worry about some clickbaiter? Now, of course, these movies didn't come out during those times. They came out on television and was shown on television at that time. That's what the question is. It's the year that they were shown, not the year that they come out, by the way. So. Rich. That is a cool name. No wonder Brew House and Rich, that goes together. That's so cool. Minuteman Mountain. Hey, I was able to do that this morning. I was a Civil War buff too, buddy. I enjoyed all that stuff. I watched the one on TNT years ago, Civil War they had, where Sam Elliott played in the movie where TNT put it together. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Good luck with that one, DV. I don't know. My inmates are my inmates, guys. So if you were just forewarning to all clickbaiters or trolls or whatever, you're coming in the wrong place to want to mess with these people. That's all I'm saying. I don't call them inmates for no reason. Good morning from Illinois, where it's warm. A breezy 65. Thank you for letting me know. Where did I put that? A breezy 65 in Illinois. Yep, you better watch out. Trolls, and I don't call them inmates for no reason. I don't understand. People just want their life to be. Good morning, Martin.
Are you looking for that special gift this year for your daughter, sister, mother, grandmother, or best friend? Give the gift of safety and self-defense. Hi, I'm Paula Reese, founder of ROR Defenders. As a certified tactical self-defense instructor, I specialize in women's self-defense. Classes are weekly.
Yeah, he may be. Now, of course, these are the time it came out on CBS Sunday Night Movies. People that remember the Sunday Night Movies. Some people don't, but just for those that do. Mm-hmm. Domination. All right, we're getting ready to go on. Say hello to everybody and get our morning kicked off right. This state. What's up, Thomas? Good morning to you. I tell you what, it's that time once again on a Twisted Tuesday. Coming up this morning, Richard Holdridge inside the Friday Night Lights scoreboard in our picks to hit in the NFL. Plus, we're going to talk with Shane B and what's hot and what's not of the new top 10 movies from over the box office weekend. And all the headline news you need from around the country and around the world and around the state. It's RyanORadio Penitentiary. I'm your host of the most, the one, the only, Ryan O'Neal. And of course, I'm the game. All right, ladies and germs. Welcome into the RyanORadio Penitentiary. 78,000 plus of you all over that shoutcast, shout it out loud. We're across the RyanORadio media feed. Streaming on iHeartRadio, Amazon Prime, and 23 plus other streaming platforms. We're across the British Columbia Isles of Canada, the Earth Rock Radio out on the Navajo Nation, 25 radio and real and internet radio stations, including New Mexico and Arizona tuning in there, as well as we're across the Sunny FM radio network, so the Jordan Communication of family radio stations. And to my haters, listen up to this. I'm the man around here, whether they like it or not. Got to say good morning to everyone out there. Everyone out there. Got to say a little big hello to everybody at about, 15 minutes past the hour. We're going to head into our local news in just a few moments, or statewide news. And it's currently 54 degrees in the metro Atlanta area, 56 in Auburn, Opelika, 65 in Breezy in Illinois, coming from truck driver Terry on the road, 36 in Clearwood in Pennsylvania from our good friend Pamela up in Pennsylvania, one of the many wonderful listeners we have here. All right, come on now. There you go. Good morning, Pete from Noonan. How you doing this morning? Our Rich, a.k.a. Brewhouse Reviews, he says it's 37 degrees in West by God, Virginia. That's right, 37 degrees. All right, and we got to say hello to Bali joining us this morning, India, from India through the way of New York. Martin up in Washington State. The Minuteman Mountain, a.k.a. the Patriot, is on with us this morning. Truck driver Terry, as always. Miss Pamela, 35 degrees, he says, in Washington State, according to our elder statesman, Martin. We got to say hello to, who else we got on here? Thomas. Good morning to Thomas. Miss Jessica out in, I don't know, I think she may be still in Miami, having a good time with a family reunion, but originally from out in the LA area. Dr. Phil is in the house. He calls himself the Church of Dr. Phil. Okay. Good morning, Church of Dr. Phil. We thank you for being with us. Let's see, make sure everybody's on here. And that's it. And no, we're not going to say hello to the other guy. From LA. That's right. You're in LA this morning? All right. In LA. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as we head into our first break here, tell you what's going on with your traffic in just a few moments. Our poll question this morning is, which of the CBS Sunday night movies was the most interesting? Now, this was a Sunday night movie, not when these movies originally came out, but when the movies debuted on television. That's right, many, many moons later. Nowadays, you can get them about 6 months later, somewhere on the stream somewhere, or 2 or 3 months later. But it took a while for these movies to come out. Gone with the Wind, that was originally way back, but it came out in 1981. 54% of you say you remember that coming out on CBS Sunday Night Movie. Now, I looked all these up. These are Sunday night movies. The Untouchables came out in 1990, 36%. The Yellow Submarine, starring the Beatles, with that song, We All Live in the Yellow Submarine. None of you remember that? 0% have voted on that. And any other CBS Sunday night movie at 14%. Untouchables always, says Bali. TYD, what's up? Good morning to you, brother. Thank you for being with us. Well, we got a couple of headline news we're going to get into this morning. That's right. The Dodgers are 3-0 in the World Series. I called them to win this one. Yankees to do something. Plus, the TGI Fridays are closing up. We'll talk about this one, hopefully, for you. If Poopy Pie can come on, she was telling us about Sarah Boone. We'll tell you about how she has been sentenced and from her boyfriend, trapping her boyfriend in a suitcase and letting him suffocate to death. What a Good morning, Monica. How you doing? Thank you for joining us as well. And we'll talk about a woman who was lost in Australia being found 2 weeks later. We'll get you all this. And P. Diddy is in trouble again. Some even deeper hot water, plus Israel news, all that. But first, we got to get into our local news. So see what's going on statewide and everything. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, traffic looking like this in the Midtown area in Atlanta. Police activity, I-75-85 southbound right past 17th Street in the right lane, but causing some delays. Grayson Highway and Webb Gin House Road right there in Grayson. Injury crash at Highway 20 right before the Webb Gin House Road. The left lane is shut down. No traffic issues going eastbound into East Alabama, but of course that roundabout there in West Point on exit 1. That's about all we got in store for you when it comes to that. If you see anything I don't see, shoot us an email at 99classicrock@gmail.com. Traffic, news, or anything going on you want to let us know, we'll let everybody know worldwide. Hopefully you're having great traffic wherever you're at. Traffic in the downtown area, Jackson Street in Metro Atlanta area in Noonan is picking up right here, and we're downtown Noonan. Yeah. So there you go. Coffee and chocolate chip cookies for breakfast for Terry C. Ooh, sounds good. Back here in a moment on the Sunny FM radio networks. You're inside the RyanORadio Penitentiary. That does sound good. I'd like to have that. Coffee and cheese plate for me, says Brew House. Ooh, all of that sounds good. I just had a banana and a soda. Yeah, soda. Yes, that got that carjacking. That's my state and local news that's going on right now. Carjacking yesterday where a kid was arrested and there's someone still on the run, Pete. Wow. Pancakes and eggs. I love that, Thomas. We're going to go to Thomas's house for breakfast. Give me all that real sweet syrup. We're going to Thomas's house for breakfast. He's got pancakes and eggs. Throw a little bacon in there and it's all good, man. Medical tea and clearing my 911 named Gabriel for me, Ryan. Minuteman breakfast. Well, good morning to Gabriel. I got to say good morning to Gabriel then. Hello, Gabriel. Hope you're doing well. Yes, she's in the healthcare service. Thank you, Jessica, for your work, young lady. Yeah, he's been trying to give away money, Pamela. I heard about that. To get him to vote for something. I don't know what he's doing. Heard that about Elon Musk. Martin, I'm going to have, you're going to have pancakes later. Brew House. Tasty. Oh, Agent 206 is on. Be good, everyone. Be good. An agent for the government is on. We are not doing anything. We're just talking about breakfast in here, Polly. Agent. Yep, a hectic job.
This is Barry Johnson's 2 cents on the economy today. Are we headed for a credit crisis?
Be good to the agent. We're not doing anything, Agent 206. We are acting perfect, by the way.
$1 billion of credit that will have to go out to have office buildings refinanced next year. That's a huge amount of money because they were financed at very, very low rates, year zero. And now they'll have to pay very high rates. Yet we have to keep in mind that the banks have
Trying to buy votes. Yep, can't do that. That's illegal.
40% of all loans of regional banks are for these types of loans. And that could pose a serious problem. That is Barry Johnson's 2 cents on the economy today. For your 2 cents, go to Barry Johnson.
Awesome to hear, Terry. It's been received, your mail-in ballot, and counted by your county clerk. Well, way to go. Proud for you, brother. I'm glad it went through properly. Yeah, he's trying to buy votes, Minute Man. I know I told you how evil old Elon Musk is. He just wants to rule the world. He wants to rule the world. It's illegal to offer any money to get people to sign up for anything. Waiting for the sports update. Got a lot of that coming up, Thomas. Terry, your wife, yes, you told us about her being an EMT and a firefighter. We appreciate her hard work as well as always. And her hardest job is, of course, taking care of you. I'm just kidding. No. I'm not going to talk about the Oilers. I know better than that. I'll talk about anybody else, but I know better than that, TYD. I'll leave that up to Rob Peterson. What the heck?
Former President Trump campaigned in the battleground state of Georgia.
Ain't time for that. I think I went a little too far. Welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary. Thomas is ready for some sports news this morning. We'll get that to you. Congratulations. I think the Dodgers are taking 3-game lead. Freddie Freeman did something amazing last night in the game, and we'll talk more about that coming up with our sports analyst, Richard Holdridge, coming up in period number 2 this morning, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, yeah. Anybody who likes Elon Musk is all for racist porn guy. Sorry, but he is. He's an idiot. I don't care how much money he's got. All right, we'll talk with sports there, and coming up later on this morning, and later on this morning, we're going to have the one, the only, Shane B. Ah, yes, indeed. They are threatening to sue Elon Musk this morning, and there's possibility of it happening because you cannot offer money for people to basically buy votes. People have been arrested back in the 1800s for that. And that was back before all of us were invented. Back when they really cared about this country. I don't know about today, but back when they really cared about this country. Offering money to someone to sign up for something Elon Musk is trying to take over the world. Yes, I hate to hurt anybody's feelings, but Elon Musk has the XXX. He's got the porn on there. He's got the Nazis on there. I don't care how much he's trying to pretend to be free for freedom of speech. He's not worth it. And he's losing a lot. He's making people sign up to be on his page where you can go and be free on Facebook, YouTube, Truth Social, and all those. You don't have to pay to be on those. I haven't paid to be on any of them. I don't know about the rest of you. I don't know about all the. Pete says he's the Antichrist. Oh, they're gonna defend. Let's defend the porn man. Let's defend the porn man, guys. I don't like Elon Musk. He's a piece of garbage, and I don't care who he supports. Okay, and I haven't heard anything about her trying to bribe anybody for black votes. Far right equals far left, says Bali. Yeah. Well, Elon Musk is a piece of garbage. I'm going to say it right here. I don't care if he supports who you like. He's a piece of garbage. He's not a right winger. Okay. You want him to take over the world? Go ahead. He's a racist Nazi. He's not a Christian. As a Christian, I agree. As a patriot, I disagree. It's hard for patriot. He says, as a patriot, I agree. I disagree, but I agree as a Christian. It's just hard for me. Well, as a patriot, we're against all neo-Nazi people like him. Pete said he wants to rule the world. Gonna lose some of those listeners if you don't worship. What's his name? What is his name? Elon Musk. He's an idiot. Just remember, folks, all politicians are criminals. They would do anything for power. Oh, yeah. Barley says he is a neo-Nazi because of some of the stuff he says on the X. But I'm going to tell you something. He's a piece of garbage by allowing that to be on there. And, of course, we know that we can't be mad about people's freedoms of speech. We're not talking about that. We are against neo-Nazism. But what took it one step further is when he added the triple X to X. And that's going a little too far when you got young people go on there. So now Trump just wants to get them votes. He don't like it. So I was like, let me use this fellow, okay? They're like, but Mr. President, he's like, no. I'll just use him and kick him to the curb. That's the way to do it, Trump. I don't believe he would like anybody like that. I don't. I believe he'll take anybody to help him out, but I don't believe he likes anybody like that. Oh, Pamela thinks Elon owns him. I don't know about that. I kind of disagree. I think Trump's his own man. So that's just the way I think. But you guys have your opinion, but I think he's his own man. I think you just use him. Oh, I'm going to give you a job doing this there. Oh, by the way, I'm in. I don't need you. Yeah. Well, Elon, you all right with Elon Musk having porn on the internet? He's a scumbag. I know you got to disagree with me on him now, for now. Yeah, you think Pamela thinks that Elon wants to own the presidency. So, makes some sense, but I also feel that, I do feel by him being the kind of, I just think by watching the former president over the years, he's just somebody be like, hey, all right, yeah, I'll give you a job. Then he tells his real people, he tells his wife, this guy really thinks I'm going to give him a job. I just want to use his ex. But like I said, I haven't seen anything like that on Truth Social or any other kind of platform that's opposite of him. So there you go. Jessica says, don't watch porn. It can manipulate your brain. That's right. You think it'll be the State Department head? I don't think so. There is people having it on there, buddy. Back in a moment. We're just going to defend Elon Musk because we think he likes Trump. And if somebody, it's like Bruce Springsteen don't like Trump, all of a sudden you don't like Bruce Springsteen. Trump don't care who likes him or don't like him. He just cares if you guys like him. That's it. That's all he cares about. That's why I never talk bad about him, because I just look at it as if you can use it to get ahead in life, go and do what you got to do. So you think being liberal is bad? You think because the corporation, because the corporate media has got you believing that somebody that's different than you is evil? Guys, please, that's not godly. You think God's going to let us into heaven? Oh, you're a liberal, you can't come to heaven. You're a conservative, you're coming to heaven. That's not going to happen. Elon Musk is opportunist. Yep. His wife doesn't even like him. Who's that? Elon Musk's wife. Yeah. Well, man, everybody used to love Bruce Springsteen, but then when he went on, I guess, Harris's side, they don't like him anymore. You were on the fence with him before he went with Trump, but because he went to Trump, you decided, or you're still on the fence. Good. That's a good thing to be on the fence. endorsing Kamala don't mean they're totally against America, sister. I know that that's what the mainstream media has got you believing. Now you got to follow Jesus to go to heaven. Nah, man, but Jesus to go to heaven. You not just being good to go to heaven, you got to follow Jesus. Who's a bad Christian, but a good American? But like I said, just because you vote for it, and just because people vote for Trump, don't mean they're a bunch of racist pricks like the media tries to make out. I don't believe in all that stuff. Like I told you, if you're going to watch any conservative programming, and I know, Bali, you don't like Ben Shapiro, but Ben Shapiro is the most biased, respectful news media conservative guy there ever is. So, but I don't think Jesus is the truth, the light, and the only way for eternity. Who doesn't believe in Christian? Who doesn't believe? Oh, Elon, probably not. I think Trump does. I might disagree with some of the way but I think he does. Because I ain't seen any negative stuff on his feed. I'm talking about on the Truth Social. There's no Nazi stuff on there. You think Elon believes in God? He didn't a few years ago. But according to Pete, him being the Antichrist, he probably does believe. You're probably right. There's Nazi stuff on there. There's a lot of stuff on there. Bali's been proven. It's been proven. X has it. You have to just, if you got a free account, you're probably not going to see a lot of stuff. But if you're paying to be on there, you're going to get a lot of crap on there. I'm just telling you the truth. I'm not lying. I never lie. Everything I ever said, everything I ever have said since the day I started doing my show here, since I've been in this business, has always come true. Welcome back, Martin. What's up, I needed you, brother. Where's my elder statesman at? Freedom of speech is to a certain degree. Good morning, Keith D. You're all right for being late. Freedom of stupidity is different from freedom of speech. Freedom of being a speech is someone saying, I don't like Elon Musk, but freedom of speech calling Elon Musk a Satanist, I would be wrong because I don't know that about him. I know he's not a believer, but I don't know that's true. That would be a lie. Oh, no. Is your wife all right, Martin? Forget everything else. It's more important. Is she all right? Well, a lot of people who have money are kind of like that in a way, Pamela. But I do believe he believes in a higher power. I do believe he believes in God. I mean, I'm not trying to disagree, but I believe that, but I do agree with you on that. But a lot of people in that position do. God bless Martin's wife for sure. Got worried about that. Is she all right, Martin? You got to calm down. All right. Good deal. Welcome back into the RyanORadio Penitentiary. Good morning to you, Daniel. How you doing? We're going to keep praying for our friend Martin Moore out of Washington's wife. We're going to pray over her this morning as he got her calmed down. She was having a panic attack. We're going to put her into your hands, God, because we know that you care about her and care about our brother Martin. And my elder statesman, in Jesus' name, amen. The people that fought in the war against the evil. All right. There we go. Martin. Pete, good morning. See you. Amen. Amen. Which of these CBS Sunday night movies was the most interesting? Now, of course, right next to them is the day they came out on television, not the date that they originally came out, just to let you guys know. I know the majority of my audience understands that, but in case somebody comes in and says, that wasn't this year, that I know. Gone Win debuted on television in 1981, 45% of the votes. The Untouchables in 1990, 27% of the votes. Other CBS movies, 27% of the votes. And Yellow Submarine, 1971, 0% of the votes. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Good voting right there. You guys get out and do your votes on and early or wait till Tuesday and all that good stuff. I can't wait for Tuesday to be over. I just can't wait for Tuesday to be over. I can't. I'm already sick of it. And it's going to end in Georgia this weekend with both candidates going to be in Georgia this weekend. I'm already sick of it, ready for it to be over with. By God, will you get it done? I'm done with them. You voted. Most people voted. Do what you got to do. And you don't have to tell me who you're voting for. It's none of my business. I'm ready for Friday. I know, right? For the weekend. There you go, Thomas. Coffee empty and I'm moving to the beer. Hey, we need some of those right now, brew houses. I don't drink, but I'll take one after the discussion, Lord. Oh, Lord. Didn't want to get into all that. Anyway, here's something we all can agree on. The idiot Sean Diddy Combs. We all can agree on this idiot needs to be put away forever. Guys, guess what? Guess what? That's right, Molly. You're right about that, brother. I have to agree with you on that. I can't disagree. Sean Diddy Combs has been accused in a new lawsuit of sexual assault of a 10-year-old and a 17-year-old boy. More sickening stuff from P. Diddy. Somebody needs to let P. Diddy be put in there with some big old guy named Bubba. Like, come here, buddy. You got a pretty mouth. And that'll be it. Ryan, are you saying you want these pity people punished by people? Yes. Because some people that go to jail are just people who do some illegal things and not, they do bad things, but they're not very bad people. But they can be heroes in jail. You know, kind of like the guy that was fighting with the mob, the police officer that got in the mob, taking all that money, killing people in New York, and then he was Epstein's roommate, and Epstein, quote, accidentally got hung. Heroes like that. Oh, wow. With Vince McMahon, yeah, there was a lot of stuff that was real with McMahon, but the case is still under investigation. A lot of people have come out and said things about the Vince McMahon thing, but until it's proven, it's only allegations on the part of that. So I believe it, but it's only allegations on the part of what's going on with McMahon. But this is not allegations on the part of Diddy. This is stuff that's actually happened. If this is true about Diddy, when he gets to jail, the inmates will take justice in their own hands. They will, Brewhouse. Brewhouse and I think a little bit alike. Jessica thinks people should be punished for bullying and mocking. I think people should, punishing, like, I don't think people should be placed in jail and stuff. We should teach people right from wrong when it comes to mocking and bullying. But like jail, no, I don't agree that jail is where people like that need to be. I mean, yeah, no, I don't believe in that. But I don't know what is being said there. That's Jessica is bringing that up out of Las Vegas. So I mean Los Angeles. Sorry. Keith says Diddy is only in jail so BlackRock doesn't suicide him. Laugh out loud. How do you bite the hand that feeds you? How do you bite the hand that feeds you? That is true. That is true, Keith D. That is true. We're talking about the Diddy situation. Diddy. Diddy needs to be Diddy'd all right. The worst thing now, hey, look, yeah, it's a bad thing when you got him doing this with actresses, rappers, males, females, or whatever to get them in the business, right? That's a terrible thing. But now that these new allegations are coming up with kids, that, to me, is worse than anything. Yes, it's bad for people to be abused, but it's terrible for children to be done like that. So if these allegations about him are real about the kids, he's done for, like Brewhouse says, and there's going to be some jailhouse justice there. There you go. Diddy's the new OJ. So much TV drama. Well, some people believe OJ didn't do it. Some people don't. But I think he did. Please don't get mad at me. I think he did. But that he killed his wife and her little boyfriend. But no, there you go. Lock Diddy up for life. There you go, Thomas. There you go. Oh. All right. Okay, we're gonna come after the break and talk about a Florida jury putting a 47-year-old woman guilty of leaving her inside a suitcase. I don't know how that happened. In Israel, of course, and we stand with Israel. I'm sorry, I don't want anybody to get mad at me about that, but I don't want the Palestinian people to be hurt. But we do stand with Israel because they're our partners and from America. Israel passes bills to ban the UNRWA, attracting a swift and strong power. There you go. Yeah, get rid of them. Got to do what they got to do. Israel's parliament passed a pair of bills on Monday evening to prohibit the United Nations Palestine Refugee Agency from operating in the Middle East country, prompting a swift and strong international being condemned by some other international countries. The United Nations Relief and Works Agency for the Palestinian Refugees in the Near East, better known as the UNRWA, has some 30,000 staff workers throughout the region, including Gaza, East Jerusalem, and the West Bank. The bill was overwhelmingly passed by the whole organization in Israel on Monday, though it was not entirely clear what effect the bill would ultimately have. So, and Prime Minister Netanyahu said they got to do what they got to do. It's just been the way it has been, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take a break. Back in a moment. Here's the latest sports news for you. You didn't like Larry King, Bolly. I liked Larry King. I thought he did such a good job back in the day, back when CNN actually was news. Whoops, you heard me say that out loud. Yeah, he's passed away. Larry King has passed away. I liked Larry King. I did. Even as a young person that wasn't interested in the news, I would watch Larry King's show. Listen to him on the radio. I liked Larry King. Some people did, some people didn't, but leave him alone, then, Terry. See, that's right. I liked it. I don't know. You know, there hasn't really been a good talk show host since he's passed away and Rush Limbaugh's passed away. Now, I'm down the middle, but I always said both of them did a good job. I think Larry King was always down the middle. That's what I loved about him. Well, that was back before he ran for president back in the day. He was just a real estate agent. Larry King roasted everybody. Thank you for bringing that. Somebody brought up Don Imus would be a guest on the show yesterday, and I was like, I thought he had passed away too. Thank you, Gail, for putting that in there. Bill Maher is funny. He's funny. Brewhouse is my brother with brews. We might need some of them as we get into some of this heavy topics this morning. Brewhouse. We're like, you guys argue, me and Brewhouse need to go drink. Oh. Joe Rogan. News radio. I loved his UFC fights. Well, announcing for him. Martin's out of control. What did Martin do? I thought he was. Yeah, Martin, there you go. There you go. The Patriot has joined us this morning. Minuteman Mountain has left. I think I made your friend mad, Patriot. I'm just kidding. Since you changed names, I was just playing with you. Thank goodness you're here, Patriot. I'm just kidding. Now, I love Minuteman Mountain. I love him too. Yeah, he is, isn't he? But I still love it. Jessica, Martin C's always out of control. That's true. At least he's admitting the truth, sister. At least he's admitting the truth. He's always out of control. That's our elder statesman. I was telling somebody yesterday, hey, once they hit that 60s and 70s, you can't change their mind on anything. And they're just going to tell you what's on their mind, whether you like it or not. Oh, I love you, brother. I love everybody in here. Everybody that's got different points of view and everything. Good morning to the Zoo crew and Gail with us this morning. Good morning to our good friends there. Thomas, good morning to you, brother. Terry sees Ryan's drinking again. Yeah, Dr. Pepper. I'm drinking Dr. Pepper. Oh, Lordy, Lordy. I need to be drinking something. I don't even drink, but I need to be drinking something. Didn't want to get into that. Nobody hates me. Don't have to eat worms. Hey, I remember that song. All right, we're going to go to our listener takeover right quick. Martin, I remember that. I was taught that in school. I had a, what is a little person as a teacher, science teacher. And he taught us that song. Everybody hates me. Nobody loves me. I guess I go eat worms. Oh, Lord, man, what a morning. Oh, I know Gail was in the background. She's always in the background. I do. I remember I was taught that in high school, Martin. Remember the good old days when we had fun? And our teachers would teach us that it didn't matter if nobody hated you. You could go eat worms and you'd be happy still. Come on. The good old days. Oh, the good old days. Good morning, Glory. Are you there? How you go, Gloria? Nope, no onions, buddy. No onions at all. That's against, I think I got rid of all those onions. Hey, I got rid of all those onions. They're not even on your hamburgers anymore at McDonald's or any of your other places. The power of the rhino. I pick it when you, P's like, well, what about the moonshine part? Well, I am in the South and they're going to expect me to drink it. It's all gummy worms. Yeah, they're great. But no, does everybody remember what Martin's talking about? The worm song? Good old days when men were men and we could eat worms and be happy. That's right. Nobody loves me. Everybody hates me. I guess I'll go eat worms. Big, fat, juicy ones, little, small. Big, fat, juicy ones, little, small. Oh, my goodness. Onion and pumpkin pie. Terry C., you're making enemies of both me and Martin. Terry C's like, wait a minute, Ryan, but you're talking about eating worms, and I want to remember what I was taught in school. That was the one thing I didn't want to remember. Every one of us remember that song. Come on. You were taught it by some science teacher. Nice juicy one, nice juice, fat ones down in the garden. I'm going to eat some worms. Nobody likes me. Everybody hates me. I guess go eat worms. Oh, what a, now that's bringing up memories. Martin, you shouldn't have did that. Teresa's going, kiss, kiss, my lovely bride. Thank you. Back in a moment. Oh, good morning. Hey, good morning.
Sing the song.
Do what?
Can I sing the song?
Yeah, go ahead and sing the song.
It goes, nobody loves me, everybody hates me, I'm going to eat some worms. Nice juicy fat ones down in the garden, I'm going to eat some worms. Mom sing that to me all the time. That's it. I had to let you know that I knew the song.
There you go. That's the one. I love it. I love it. It's all Martin's fault. He started it this morning.
What's that?
I said, it's Martin's fault. He started it this morning. He brought that up.
We always could use some more Martin. Absolutely.
I love Martin. Yes, indeed.
All right, I'll get back to it. You have a good one, brother.
You too, brother. Thank you. Bye. Back in a moment, ladies and gentlemen, on the RyanORadio Penitentiary. See there? Somebody knew the song. It's your fault. It's your fault, Martin. You started it. You started it. Back in a moment. That was good, Martin. Puff, puff. That's what it sounds like we're doing, Terry, right? No, this is all natural for me. I don't know about Martin, but nobody should hate you, Jessica. That's a song we learned in high school and stuff. Gail's like, puff, puff, pass it over here. Teresa, I can vouch for that. It's all natural for him. Yes, indeed. That was something that teachers taught us in school. I had a science teacher my 7th grade year, and he was a little person. And the first day of school in class to make everybody comfortable, because we were just coming into the 7th grade, and all the kids were nervous. He's walking around. He's just this little person walking around, and he's saying hello to everybody. And he's like, "Okay, first day, this is what you're going to learn." He taught us the song. We weren't nervous after that. Yes, he was. He was a little person. Best teacher I had. Best teacher I had. Best, I guess that's why he taught 7th grade, was the best introduction to the 7th grade science class. Alabama schools. That's probably what it is. Good morning, Gail from Pamela. Good morning, 12. Is 12 on? 12! Where have you been, brother? Been working? Probably. Had a lot of things going on? Probably. I don't want to really, I shouldn't be asking your personal business. Where have you been? What have you been doing? Like that's any of my business, 12. You're picking Gone with the Wind. Good. Tell me what you've been up to. Why you hadn't been around. Like that's any of my business. Oh. Puff, puff, past 21 and up. I think everybody's 21 and up today, Gail. None of you, Ryan. None of your business. That's right. I'm sitting there acting like, thank you. I appreciate it, 12. Thank you, brother. Oh, yeah, not just the Dirty Rhyme, that song. Yeah. Thank you, 12. I appreciate it, brother. In my best high voice. Thanks, Gil. Smooth. Thanks, Gil. I got spiked Dr. Pepper. It's just caffeine. Caffeine. Yeah, caffeine. I need TV for my bungalow. Dodgers won, yes, last night, 3-0. If they take it tonight, it's so. Or is the game tonight, or is it another night? They take the next game, it's over. Let's see. Let me go ahead and pull it up here. Like, subscribe, and share. Thank you very much. Oh, yeah, I got a couple other things to talk about. I want to get into that. It's too much. Too hurtful. A whole lot going on in God's will. Fun. Awesome, 12. I'm glad to hear that, brother. Oh, you must don't know she's a wife, so she's going to tell everybody what to do, Terry C. They need to put the Titans in timeout. I'm not going to get into that. I don't want to make you feel bad about your Titans, Gail. Terry C is he must see. That's what happens when you eat cookies for breakfast. You act like that. He has his coffee, the adult portion. Then he's got his chocolate chip cookies. He said, "Shut up, Jessica." Wow. Jessica's saying, "Don't be rude." Eddie McMahon sitting next to Ryan singing that song. That's right. That's what happens. Yes, indeed, Ryan. Yep, I knew it.
Those companies have seen skyrocketing emissions over the last few years with the boom in AI.
I am. I'm definitely gonna get that going. I want to get around. You don't have a team anymore. You divorced the Titans. Well, you should have divorced the Marlins a long time ago, too. At least you're in a good relationship with Tennessee. At least you're in a good relationship with the Vol Vandy. At least Vandy's not in an abusive relationship anymore. Titans is a very abusive relationship. Oh, yeah, the Raiders. I may not be picking them today. Sorry. We get to pick today. What's up, Roll Tide Randall, my brother from Alabama? Always my brother from Alabama. We like to dive into deep stuff. I like to call Randall the young or call Randall Shelton from Young Shelton / Big Bang Theory. All right, we're getting ready to go on. Everybody saying good. Randall saying good morning back to them. Sweet Leaf over here said good morning to everybody. And nobody's Gail. He said you forgot about him this morning. I didn't get to say that on the radio. Oh, he's showing out. Yeah, Freddie Freeman's showing out. Yes, indeed. Atlanta Brave boy. Woo, 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 woo. Public announcement. Deer mating season, so be careful. That's all right. Gail, there's people who take care of that. We let them mate. They let them mate, and then some people go take care of it afterwards. Oh, yeah. Our little Shelton is still having Professor Proton. He has Wimpy. Yep. Oh, you did say good morning to him? Well, I better say hello to him. Better tell him you said it. It's mating season all year round. I'll let him know when I get back on the air. I missed it, Pete. Sorry. Sorry, Pete. Sorry. And by the way, I didn't miss it. Yes, H.C. Reese had a fantastic show yesterday. Go back and re-listen to it. I will tell them all hello from you, Gail, when I get back on. Pete's legs are hurting. That's because he's doing all this extra work at home. He has the honey do list. Oh, Glory says Starbucks, nothing like a $16 cup of coffee to remind you that you have to go to work today. I'm going to use that on the radio. I'm going to use that. You messed up. I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that, brother. I'll give you credit, of course. Here we go. Get a little bit of yes. Oh, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, yeah? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Here we go. You do? You think you know him? Welcome back in. Well, 78,000 plus of you worldwide listening to us. We're on the RyanORadio media page, 23 plus different streaming platforms, including iHeartRadio and Amazon Prime. We're across the British Columbia Isles of Canada, and of course, ladies and gentlemen, across the Navajo Nation, Earth Rock Radio, New Mexico, Arizona, 25 real and internet radio stations, and the Sunny FM radio networks, including 99.1 FM in Noonan and Atlanta, WQEE. Good morning to you. Gail says good morning to Sue, Sweet Leaf Gang, and all our friends and the Canadian friends. Pete says hello to the Navajo Nation. We love you guys. Sweet Leaf says, about time. No, he said it earlier. Also, Oh Glory joins us this morning, and he says on the feed, Starbucks, nothing like a $16 cup of coffee to remind you that you have to go to work today. 12 is on with us this morning from upstate New York. Daniel's back on with us as well. Our Missouri guy, our Chiefs did it yesterday, Chiefs and Falcons over the weekend. We're going to talk about those as the Falcons are, wow, number one in their division right now. The Falcons. But as Falcons fans, we're kind of like this. We're kind of like saying, all right, when are we going to mess up? All right, we're doing good with this Cousins guy. But when are we going to mess up? Everybody else is telling us, you're doing a great job, Falcons, and you should be proud of your team. And we're like, wait, hold on. Hold my Dr. Pepper. Or as in the South, they would say, hold my beer. We're going to show you. We'll talk all about that coming up inside the Friday Night Lights scoreboard with Richard Holdridge. And the Dodgers did it again. We'll get into all that. Gone with the Wind. Hey, Rick, which of these CBS Sunday night movies was the most interesting? Gone with the Wind was released to television in 1981, 37%. The Untouchables in 1990 with 30%. Yellow Submarine starring the Beatles at 10%. And any other CBS movie? That's right, 23%. All right, let's get into a couple of the headline news. What is going on? Poopy Pie is not with us this morning, and she would want to learn this. She'd want to know we were talking about this. All right, go ahead and pick out in the feed what you think is No, we're not ending the poll. I'm just going to bring it down. Tell me who you think the number one right now. Gone with the Wind is taking the top spot. All right. Some more headline news for you this morning as we head into the break. First break this hour, about 15 minutes past the hour. We are currently at 54 degrees here in the metro Atlanta area of Noonan. And elsewhere, it's 65 breezy in Illinois. It's 36 clear in Pennsylvania, 37 and West by God, Virginia, 35 degrees in Washington State, 56 in Auburn, Opelika this morning. And it's going to be high near 71 by 2 p.m. today. We'll take a look at your traffic in just a few moments. But first, here's a story I want to tell you about what we're going to talk about when we come back. A Florida judge has found a 47-year-old woman guilty of leaving her boyfriend trapped inside a suitcase until he passed away. That is kind of creepy. That is creepy. Oh, who's old and creepy? Sorry about that. We didn't mean to be. All right. Here's what's going on with your traffic this morning. Traffic in the downtown connector area of Noonan is looking good. There's a lot of traffic coming up on Jackson Street, but here, Monroe crash on I-75, southbound Highway 54, exit 233, left lane in Monroe, Georgia. Also, Cobb County, there's a stall on 285 in the outer loop at South Atlanta Road. This exit 16 moved to the right shoulder, eastbound to and down to East Alabama. No whatsoever. None whatsoever. Traffic, just a little regular traffic, nothing major, nothing stopping as they head in there. Exit 1 in West Point, that's a roundabout there. Be careful if you're never used to that. Get into that, as well as more traffic heading into Auburn, Opelika. That's it. No traffic issues, though. If you see something I don't see, 99classicrock@gmail.com. That's 99classicrock@gmail.com. And that's been the Columbus River Dragons Road Report. As the Columbus River Dragons' first game's heading into this Friday night as they're hitting the road, and their first game of the regular season begins this week. Go River Dragons. Tom Callahan is going to bring you play-by-play, call-by-call on the YouTube page. And we got tickets to give away to the Columbus River Dragons. FBHL football action. Randall tells me a hawk just flew over carrying a baby squirrel. That sounds like a song. Oh, wow. Stay tuned. We got a news from Florida. After this, a Florida woman is going to be behind bars for stuffing her boyfriend in a suitcase. You're into the RyanORadio Penitentiary in lockdown this morning. Like, subscribe, and share on the YouTube page. Back here in a moment. A week from yesterday, I start on all 4 radio stations. Get ready for that, East Alabama. Now, we are already in Lineville. They are an hour behind us. Good morning to you guys there. You'll catch up with us in an hour. Time and temperature and all your news right here on the RyanORadio Penitentiary in lockdown. We'll be back after this, ladies and gentlemen, on the Sunny FM radio networks.
Services plus specific services like terminal and fleet control. Even if you can't see them, insects are all around you 24/7. Active Pest Control wants to be the first line of defense. Active Pest Control, repair, bond, best termite coverage around. Active Pest Control, 34 Jefferson Street, Noonan.
Stuff me in the suitcase. Yeah, sounds like something she would do, right, Brew House? This is a case that one of my listeners that live in Florida has been telling me about for a while. Give you some Stephen King vibes. That lady did to her boyfriend. Yes. Sounds like something. Our American Horror Story. Ugh.
led to a small, brief chase that led to a crash on Lawrence Smith Road. One of the suspects, a juvenile, was taken into custody while the other is still at large. The Georgia Department of Public Health just announced there's going to be some changes to the medical marijuana cards. It's going to be easier for those who get medication and medical cannabis in the state of Georgia. Cards are now valid for the next 5 years instead of 2. You can pay from $5 to $30, get them cards, and sent to you as soon as possible. That's a look at your East Alabama, West Georgia news right here on the Sunny FM radio networks. I'm Ryan O'Neal.
I will be back time. Find out those girls. What girls? Yeah, they better not stalk your pigeons there. They'll be all right if they don't do that, Randall. Gail says it is deer mating season. So all my deer hunters better get ready to take care of that. Can't have too many deers running around.
Are you looking for that special
It's your job to keep the overpopulation from happening.
grandmother or best friend? Give the gift of safety and self-defense. Hi, I'm Holly Reese, founder of Warrior Defenders. As a certified tactical self-defense instructor, I specialize in women's self-defense. Classes are weekly.
Here we go.
Let's schedule a webinar. You can shop self-defense products and tools on our website, warriordefenders.com. Here to help you customize the perfect gift for the ones you love.
Oh, here we go. You guys know this theme song. OTC, original tribal chief, and the radio tribal chief is here with you. Rhino Neal is on the air. Acknowledge me. Man, just a quick update from wrestling last night. Looks like the Usos are back together, but Sami Zayn was talking to Solo in the parking lot last night. Jey Uso supposed to be heading to SmackDown with Jimmy to talk to Roman Reigns before they head into Crown Jewel this weekend in Saudi Arabia. Just had to get a little wrestling news in there for you. We got some Picks a Hit coming up here in just a few moments. Can't wait to talk about my Falcons and can't wait to talk about some college football inside the Friday Night Lights scoreboard on Tuesday mornings with our good friend Richard Holdridge from the Sports Beat. He's coming up in just a few moments. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this story coming out of Florida. One of our listeners, PB Pie, has been putting it in the feed and sending it to us and everything. And I've been researching it, and it's finally came up to some finals. You know, everything's alleged. You always have to say alleged in this business, even when somebody does something, it's alleged. A Florida jury has found a 47-year-old Sarah Boone guilty of leaving her boyfriend, George Torres Jr., 49, trapped inside a suitcase until he suffocated and died 4.5 years ago. Orange County jury rendered a verdict on Friday that only took a few hours that found Boone guilty of second-degree murder, which happened February 23rd, 2020, in Winter Park, Florida, a small little community outside of where Walt Disney World is and all of that. Where Walt Disney, Nickelodeon Studios and all that, right outside that little small area. Winter Park, Florida. She's expected to either get life in prison with a minimum of 22.5 years. It only took them 60 minutes to come back with the verdict. Wow. Wow. We got another Randall in the house. Good morning to you. Thank you for joining us. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Yes, got another one. But Roll Tide Randall is number one always. But no, second Randall, sorry. But he is. He's been here a while. All right, so there you go, man. What do you guys think about this? Pamela from Pennsylvania said it sounds like a bad Stephen King movie or novel where the woman put her trapped her boyfriend inside a suitcase till he suffocated 4.5 years ago. Wow, in Florida. This Sarah Boone, this is kind of crazy. What caused her to do this? What caused her to act this way? What caused her to incorporate this kind of evil? There's got to be some evil deep down in people to do things like this. And how do you trap somebody in a suitcase? How big was the suitcase? How did she get him in it? I just want to know. Wow. Can't have two Randalls, truck driver Terry. Welcome aboard. There you go. Can't have two of them. Can't have two of them. See what's on the docket. Good morning. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Who's this?
This is Aria with the Senior Advisor.
Hey, Aria.
Medicare Parts A and B.
Right. Well, I don't really need anything right now.
I'm going to connect you to my senior
Don't do it.
supervisor who will assist
Don't
you
do
further
it.
to get maximum
Don't do it.
coverage options.
Don't do it. I don't want to have to be offensive to him.
The number you have dialed is not in service. Please check. the
Really?
number you tried.
None of those are in service? How could that be? How could those scam artist numbers not be real? You would never even think that. Now it's going to go down to 53 degrees in the metro Atlanta area of noon. And woo! Ooh. Anyway, yeah, I don't know how this woman could have did this, but now she's going to get her 22.5 years in prison to life. It only took people 60 minutes to say, hey, put her away. Put her away. TGI Fridays, guys, abruptly closed dozens of locations as they report there's bankruptcy news in the world of TGI Fridays. All of these restaurants are going under. And then we can't tell some college kid to go get a job because they can't go get a job somewhere. They got to do OnlyFans on X. Elon be like, it's okay. You can come to X and do OnlyFans and make money. Don't worry about working your way through college the proper way, the way the rest of us did. That's my best version of him. All right. Anyway, Volkswagen pitches closure of 3 plants and layoffs in Germany. The automaker is blaming the economy woes and the slumping sales in China because that's where they mostly get their Volkswagens. They sell them mostly there and more popular. The company says that the Chinese market has dropped 20% in the first half of 2024. They don't need cars anymore. They got to try to get, other things. Hello.
Yes. Am I on the air?
Yeah, please don't cuss.
Oh, man.
I don't want to get in trouble.
I've been trying to call for the minutes.
Yes, sir. How can I help you?
I just want to say that you're doing a great job and
Thank you.
thank you for having a great show.
Well, who is this, if you don't mind me asking?
This is Richard from Columbus.
Oh, okay. Back in a moment. All right, stay with us. We got Richard from Columbus on with us. After the break, I've got the sports analyst coming on. So, Richard, you're gonna have to get off because I got a guy from Columbus that knows everything about sports. Right after the break, stay with us.
Whoa! You talking about that guy from Georgia Alabama Sports Live?
Yes, that's who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I've listened to him. He's all right.
Well, I'll get him to get you an autographed picture, okay? Back in a moment. What's up, brother?
No idea if when I call, if you're on the air or not. I'm like, oh, man, just put me on the spot.
Usually I didn't want to not answer, but I get some people calling. I'll go, I couldn't tell it was you. I was like, please don't cuss.
I wouldn't do that.
I know you wouldn't. VW went cheap after 2025 with the MK4. They did, Randall? Yeah, I was just talking about them. Maybe we need to if they're cheap, dude, we need to get them. So get us some Volkswagens, guys.
Yeah,
Let's see, get rid of this. Get rid of that.
Police found a man with life-threatening gunshot wounds. 34-year-old Aquarius Williams was pronounced dead at the local hospital. You know anything about this incident, please contact the Montgomery Police Department at 334-625-2831 or Flash Stoppers at 215-STOP-IT.
Martin D, what's up, brother? Thank you for being on with us. Yeah, last week, Richard, my voice was I didn't even sound as good as Carl from Sling Blade last week. That's how bad it was. I had laryngitis. I couldn't even talk. Well, this is the last week that I'm going to be only on 2 stations. Next week, I'm going to be on all of our Sunny FM radio networks.
Oh, wow.
Yes, starting November the 4th, I'm going to be on there.
That's great.
Yep. So everybody with advertisers, all the advertisers are going to get a lot more push for the buck.
Yeah.
Bang for their buck.
Well, I stopped by, I was at Sports Visions yesterday. I did a crash course learning the board.
Cool.
I think once I learned the board, I'm unstoppable. It's over. It's over.
Well, you're always unstoppable, brother.
So that means I can do anything.
Well, you already can do anything.
The greatest, let's say I'm not a very good radio personality. I'm actually a terrible broadcaster. I actually know the technical side, which I can
Yeah, you're brother. You are a very good sports guy, and being a very good sports guy and knowing your stuff, you got a lot more knowledge than a lot of people who I work in this business with that may claim to be sports or may claim to be broadcasters. You know your stuff, man. That's why you're on here with me, so that I can talk about it. Because you know, if you didn't know your stuff, you wouldn't be on.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
I mean,
I just
if you wasn't good, you wouldn't be on, because I'm very, very, very picky about who I put on. You can ask anybody I work with, even the guy that owns the stations. You can ask him how picky I am.
For 2 years, he is brutally honest. He is cutthroat.
Yeah.
He can cutthroat. I mean, he'll tell you how it is.
Yeah.
He thinks that I'm a good broadcaster. I mean, that's saying a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
he was very critical of Corey Baker. He thought that Corey Baker was not a very good broadcaster.
Well, Corey is a nice guy. He's a good salesman. Not everybody is meant to be on the air, and not everybody can do.
I was too nice of a guy. I went a little loose. I let him go on my show, and that was a mistake.
Well, you did. You were all right. It was all right. You can bring anybody on your show you want to bring on. Guests don't have to be perfect. Guest announcers or everything don't have to be perfect. The thing about it is, Corey is a good salesman, and he really is somebody that that's a benefit for is him being able to know what he's selling. So
yeah, you're right. People can have different opinions about other people. It's okay.
I mean, I'm not saying he's a great broadcaster. I'm just saying that he's a good salesman. He's making money selling radio on the side in Florida and selling golf carts to golfers. I mean, come on. You're selling golf carts. You get around some of the classiest people out there in Florida. So, I mean, that's what he's good at. So, but yeah, no, like I said, you wouldn't be on here if you wouldn't be in between Mac and Rod if you wouldn't. Right.
Need to reach out to Bryce and get that was fun.
Bryce is the man too.
Him on the show, that was awesome.
And Victoria's Stillwell certified training team to keep your home safe with home skin and shades. Our licensed and accredited.
You have a great day, Brewhouse, and get some rest, brother. See you tomorrow. Thank you for being on with us.
I mean, that was iconic. You remember back in the day when you first had me on, I had that half-hour slot.
Yep.
For that, and you would post both of our pictures up on your website.
Yep.
Just the fact that we both did a show together, that is awesome.
It is. Well, it's how it is, man. I knew that when I heard you guys, it was going to go. That's what you do. All right, we're getting ready to go on, brother. Welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary, ladies and germs. Appreciate you. Yeah, we can feel it. All of us on the edge of the night, of course. There's a party coming on because it is. Friday nights are a great night for football, but so is Saturday afternoon, Sunday afternoons, Monday night, Thursday night, and sometimes we even do it on a Tuesday night. But on Tuesday mornings, it's the Friday Night Light scoreboard with the one, the only from Georgia, Alabama Sports Live, the sports beat's very own, the man that calls high school football, basketball, baseball, volleyball, and all the way up to professional sports. He's a soldier, he's a father, he's a husband, and he is the best sports analyst in the business, in my opinion. It's the one, the only Richard Holdridge. Good morning, Richard.
Hey, Ryan. Good morning. I do want to clear something up with your audience. My show, I don't think people realize that I'm actually calling games just about every night. And if your audience is wondering why, I don't have the guests that I used to back in the day in the show, it's because I just don't have time. I mean, we're doing coach shows for Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Right.
I do have Kevin Eckleberry on the show later today. So we actually go into playoff scenarios for Callaway, Lagrange, and Troup. I think it's a very entertaining show. And then I'm going to see him tomorrow down at the South Commons Softball Complex because Lagrange is in the state playoffs for softball.
Yes, they are. A lot of great things going on and everything with high school softball, football is getting ready to come to a conclusion in a few weeks. We're at least getting ready to go in the playoffs there. So you've been very, very busy, and we'll probably talk about some of the playoffs here in the next couple of weeks on the Friday Night Light scoreboard. But I love to talk about football, and that's one of the main things we're going to talk about and do our picks to hit finally. I'm glad to have you back this week. I was a little laryngitis last week. But before we get anything else, World Series, Dodgers, Freddie Freeman, 3-0. The Dodgers lead that series. One more game and the Dodgers are the World Series champions.
Some players are just meant for the postseason. When the light shines the brightest, Freddie Freeman comes up in the clutch, and now Braves fans have got to be saying,
we are.
Look, Olsen is good, but man, we could be having Freddie Freeman still.
Yes.
And he is just coming up clutch in the postseason. I actually said on my show yesterday, I
Sweet.
in the sweeping. How funny would that be?
It would be.
That the Yankees 20 years ago, they were down 0-3, they were up 0-3 to the Red Sox.
Right.
The Red Sox ended up coming back to win that 4-3. That'd be pretty cool. The Yankees can pull it off.
We'll see if they can. We see if they can. They still got an opportunity. I mean, it's not over till it's over. So, but I feel like
said that. He was a former Yankee.
There you go. It's not over till it's over. But the World Series, this has been an exciting World Series. Yes, the Braves are not in it, but it's been exciting. Personally, between you and me, Richard, I wanted to see the Subway Series between the Yankees and the Mets. But the Dodgers, hey, we just got to do it. They've got Freddie Freeman. They got the big names out there. I mean, that's the Dodgers. I mean, as a Braves fan, but we have to give them credit where credit's due. So, like I said, I called the Dodgers to win this World Series, but we'll see. It's not over till it's over. Let's move over to some college football action. My Auburn War Eagles finally won over the weekend. I was proud enough to wear an Auburn jersey type yesterday. So Auburn finally won. Barely, but finally.
Well, they finally – we knew that Auburn had a great defense.
Right.
We know that Tate Thorne is not a very good quarterback. So what they did that they should have done in those games that they blew was run the football.
Right.
Wes Hunter had this amazing game against Kentucky. Auburn's now 3-5. They host Vanderbilt. They should win this game. I know that Vanderbilt, they beat Alabama. They played Texas close. Auburn needs to win this game.
Mm-hmm.
Those games were home, and Vandy's on the road in the plane taking on Auburn. A new kickoff, I believe. It's Vanderbilt, Auburn.
Yep.
Auburn should win that game to go to 4-5. Then you play Louisiana Monroe.
Got to beat them.
5 going into the game against Texas A&M.
Yep.
If you're able to pull the game against Texas A&M off, you're 6-5 going into the Iron Bowl. Well, let's say they lose to Texas A&M.
Okay.
You're still 5-6 with a chance. Because I throw out the record books anytime the Iron Bowl plays, even though it's this year.
Exactly.
Go to a bowl game and knock off the Alabama Crimson Tide, which I believe Alabama's vulnerable with Kalen DeBoer. They're not the same team without Nick Saban.
That's what people are saying.
I'm going to say that. Look, I know that the game against Missouri, it was a great bounce back game.
Big,
but
yeah.
They were desperate. They needed something like that to calm down the Alabama fans.
They definitely needed it. They needed a shutout, basically. But, yeah, they're not the Alabama of yesteryear, the Alabama of Nick Saban's era, which, of course, Nick Saban is telling all the fans and everybody out there and even the media, hey, it's rebuilding. It's time. You got to give it a chance. You got a new coaching staff, a new coach. So it looks like Saban's he's still behind his old team, and he's still trying to get the fans and everybody to go keep believing in Bama. And I can see them getting back one day, but this year, I don't know. And Texas was supposed to just come in and totally run over everybody, and they've had some pretty good games, but they're not what we expected in the SEC this year, were they, Richard?
No, they struggled in that first half against Mississippi State. Mm-hmm. They played Vanderbilt close. They're playing SEC teams, and I actually think Texas A&M.
Okay.
The Lone Star Shootout, which has always been like during Thanksgiving week.
Right.
The fact that we're bringing that rivalry back is, I think the winner of that game goes to the college football playoff. I mean, look, actually, the winner of that game might be playing in Atlanta for the SEC championship. But I think that these SEC teams cannibalizing each other, going to 2 losses, 3 losses, I don't think that gets you into the college football playoff. A lot of people that are predicting the college football playoff feel that a 1-loss Big Ten team or a 1-loss Big Ten will go into the college football playoff over a 3-loss SEC team. So
I can see that
when they have the first rankings,
mm-hmm.
when they actually do, that televised show where they do the college football ratings. I think that a 3-loss SEC team does not make the college football playoff, especially
Yes.
Undefeated BYU.
Yes.
Notre Dame, if they run the table, they win all their games.
There you
they
go.
Go to the college football playoff. They
Yep.
only have one loss.
Mm-hmm.
So I do think that it is very crucial. Like even Georgia, which they got to play. First of all, let's the Florida game. Florida's improving.
Yeah.
So I think that even though this is Georgia-Florida week, it's always been the height. They used to call it the world's largest outdoor cocktail party. I'm glad they got rid of that because I'm not a big drinker anyway.
Yeah, I know.
Don't drink at all, so I don't like that name.
Right.
But, it's lost a little bit of lackluster.
Yes.
That is not a gimme. I don't think that Georgia should be in there and think, oh, we're going to win this game automatically because Florida is improving every week. And they almost beat Tennessee. You know what I mean? So what does that tell you?
It tells you a lot. But still, I think Kirby Smart taking a week off, working on his offensive line and his defensive line this past week, making sure everybody's up to par. They worked their off week. They didn't just sit at home and play at the school or go out and party. They worked their off week. So, I can see Georgia taking this win by not very, very much, but I can see Georgia taking this game. They're not going to take them lightly, but I can see them beating Florida.
Yeah, there's no question about that. They can get by Florida. They got Ole Miss in Oxford. They play Tennessee.
Yep.
And
Two tough teams.
Georgia Tech, although Georgia Tech does not look like the same team without Haynes King. I think that Georgia gets into the college football playoff regardless. They have 2 losses, which right now they only have 1. The Georgia's in the driver's seat. I think that Georgia can get in the college football playoff.
I can see it.
With 2 losses, even 3. I mean,
Yep.
Paul Finebaum said Georgia's the only team that can get to the college football playoff with 3 losses. So we'll see.
Paul knows his stuff for sure. All right, guys, it's 53 degrees, about almost 15 minutes away from the top of the hour. Time and temperature brought to you by Active Pest Control, 34 Jefferson Street in Noonan. We're going to jump right back into this right now. We got more sports news for you as we continue our conversation inside the Friday Night Lights with Richard Holdridge from the Sports Beat and Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Let's jump into it. It is we'll get into the NFL picks to hit this week, but it's the final. It's the weekend. It's the playoff weekend in the CFL. 4 teams in the playoffs before the big Grey Cup next weekend or the weekend after it next. We've got the Red Blacks taking on the Argos this weekend, and the BC Lions are taking on. I wrote down the wrong names.
The Saskatchewan Rough Riders?
The Rough Riders, that's right. There you go.
I was just guessing, right? I looked that up.
Yeah, that's right. It's Rough Riders. Yep, that's right.
What a guess.
Yeah. Well, that's the 4 teams in the playoffs. And between those 4 teams, who do you think is going to make it to the Grey Cup this year? BC versus Rough Riders or the Red Blacks and the Argos?
I think it's going to be the Rough Riders and the Argos.
That's what I'm saying. I'm seeing that too. But there's a lot of BC Lion fans that are believing the Lions are going to make it to it. So coming up this weekend, so we've already picked those Argos and Rough Riders. So that's going to be playoffs in the CFL, and then the Grey Cup is coming up, and can't wait for that one.
In honor of Canada, look, I love Canada.
Yeah.
The NFL Cup.
Yep.
Please have the band Rush play at the Grey Cup. And
Thank you.
Please, the band Rush. Play Tom Sawyer. Play all your hits.
There you go. Well, I think this year they got the Hanson boys coming in. The Umbop guys. You remember?
Lanett is a Canadian group. The place Steal My Sunshine. I know they're a one-hit wonder.
There you go.
We got to give props to these Canadian artists.
Exactly.
Put them in the spotlight in the Grey Cup.
The Weeknd can go there too. He's from Canada. The Weeknd. So.
Canada's from Canada. Yeah, Drake is from Canada.
Yep. There you go. There you go. But they got Hanson this year. Bop, 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 bop. I think that's who it is. No, it ain't. It's not Hanson. What's wrong with me? It's another 3 brothers, the Jonas brothers. I get them confused.
Jonas.
Hanson, Jonas Brothers, same difference. Just 20 years, decade apart. They were all Disney Channel. But yeah, the Jonas Brothers are going to be playing. I won't get nobody mad at me for getting it wrong. All right, let's do our picks to hit in the NFL. This coming up weekend, the Texans and the Jets. Ooh.
The Jets are a mess. I compared Aaron Rodgers going to the Jets to Willie Mays going to the Mets.
Wow.
It's a disaster. Oh, my. The Texans end up winning big.
I'm going to stick with the Texans as well. So coming up, of course, I'm going to pick with my heart on this one, and I think they'll win it. The Cowboys and the Falcons.
Oh, see, the Cowboys don't run the football.
Nope.
And Dak Prescott is, even though he can find ways to get his receivers open, the Falcons' defense has got playmakers, Jesse Bates, A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are playing at home. I know
Randall.
the Falcons, they'll have one week where they're great because they win a division game, and then they turn around and lose to the Seahawks.
Right.
Ooh, I'm going to say Falcons, but it's going to be close.
Yeah, I'm going to say Falcons too. And of course, better watch out. Jerry Jones might try to fire you for that. And you don't even work for him. I don't want you talking bad on the radio about me. The Dolphins and the Bills. Ooh.
Oh,
Bills. That's what I agree, 110%. The Raiders and the Bengals.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I think the Bengals have the better quarterback.
Yep.
I mean, they got humiliated by the Eagles. I think the Bengals get a bounce back win.
I see the Bengals winning it too. The Chargers and the Browns. Oh.
Hey, who wants to eat a W? How about Jameis Winston leading the Browns to a victory over the Ravens?
Wow, yeah.
I'm calling the upset. I think that Jameis Winston is on fire, and the Browns end up getting the win.
So you're going with the Browns. I'm going to stick with the Chargers on that
And
one.
I'm going to celebrate with eating some crab legs.
There you go, crab legs. Two teams. This game shouldn't even be on. Patriots and Titans.
Oh, who's the Titans?
Some kid from North Georgia.
Well, they should have signed Desmond Ritter.
Yep.
I think that the Titans are bad. They got humiliated by the Lions, and I think the Patriots end up winning this game. Oh man.
Patriots for you. I'm just gonna go with the Titans because neither team to me has been impressive this season. So
No, they have.
Commanders and Giants. This is a pretty good game. Pretty good matchup.
Commanders are for real. I mean,
Yeah.
It's not just the Jay Daniels Hail Mary. The Commanders have a great quarterback. I think that Jaden Daniels, he's going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. He's going to lead the Commanders to the playoffs. I mean, I'm a believer in Dan Quinn and him just getting his team up
Right.
and rallying. I know it's in New York, but it's a divisional game, and the Commanders are just playing with house money right now. I think that they're going to be a little bit more looser, and the Commanders get a win.
I agree with you. I'm going to go with the Commanders in that game, but it's going to be one heck of a game. The Saints and the Panthers.
Saints have lost 6 straight.
Yep.
Went back to Bryce Young, even though he threw 2 touchdowns. Oh, man, I think the Saints are going to win just because they got better personnel.
I do too. I believe the Saints are going to get this one. Next one, Broncos and Ravens. Pretty good matchup.
Very good game. I love Bonin. And it's just Sean Payton's got him not making the big mistake. But it's too much. You're going up against a Baltimore Ravens team that got embarrassed by the Browns.
Right.
The Ravens are one of the best teams in the AFC. I think the Ravens find a way to win because great teams overcome and find a way to win.
I agree with you on that. But I'm going to pick the Broncos in this one. Been pricking them all season. So not finally, but another game, the Bears and the Cardinals. The Bears.
Cardinals are really good.
Yeah, they are.
Kyler Murray has found his weapon.
He has.
Harrison Jr. I do think the Bears go down to earth just a little bit. They're 4-3, but I think that Kyler Murray is going to find a way to make the plays. And I'm not completely sold on Caleb Williams just yet. I think that he's been put in a bad situation because, he's limited. Like, he doesn't really have an offensive line.
Right.
The Bears defense is not playing lights out like I thought they would. And I think the Cardinals end up getting the win here.
All right, the Cards. I'm gonna put the Bears and the Jaguars and the Eagles. Wow.
Complete mismatch.
Yes.
Doug Peterson going to play his former team.
Yep.
In Philly, where they actually gave him a statue.
Yep.
I want to see how the Eagles fans respond to Doug Peterson. Are they going to boo him?
Yeah.
Because he got him a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Eagles fans, they boo Santa Claus.
Yeah, they do. They do. Well, they still got it. So the Eagles on that one too. Lions and Packers. Ooh.
This is the game of the week.
Yes, it is.
The health of Jordan Love is going to be the factor here. This is what they bring in Lambeau.
Yeah.
I actually, even though the Packers have dominated the Lions in Lambeau, if Jordan Love plays, I think the Packers win. But if he doesn't, I think that the Lions end up winning. But I'm going to say Packers because I think Jordan Love plays.
All right, I'm going to take the Lions on that one. The Rams and the Seahawks.
Depends on if, Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua are back from injury. They got a big win over the Vikings. They got an extra couple days to prepare, as that was on a Thursday night. The Seahawks got humiliated by the Buffalo Bills.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Seahawks are being exposed for the team that they are. Don't take that game against the Falcons as, what the Seahawks are. Because
Exactly.
Smith just had a phenomenal game, made some great plays. The Rams are starting to peak. They're starting to get
I'm seeing it.
to where they need to be. And I think the winner of this game, obviously, is going to be in a tie for first in the NFC West because the 49ers are on a bye.
Yep.
It's going to be a very interesting game, but I got the Rams.
I got the Rams too. The Colts and the Vikings.
Colts and Vikings. The Vikings have lost two straight. And I don't think that Anthony Richardson's the guy.
Yeah.
I got the Vikings.
I got the Vikings as well. And finally, I guess it would be the Monday night game of the week, Bucks and Chiefs.
Oh, man. The Bucks are not going to have Chris Godwin or Mike Evans. Not the same team. They're not the same team without those two receivers. I think that the Chiefs will remain undefeated.
I agree with you on that. Well, tell everybody how to follow you and all that good stuff. Richard.
Absolutely. You can follow me on the X at SportsRichardH. You can like and subscribe to the Facebook channel. It's called Sports with Rich Coleridge. Or you can subscribe to the YouTube channel. Trying to build up my subscribers there. I'm also on Instagram, TikTok, pretty much any social media platform. And as always, you can listen to the show on Apple Podcasts.
Sounds good. All right, brother. That sounds good. Definitely, guys, follow and like and subscribe. When we come back, we're going inside period number 3, and we'll have Shane B with us, movie reviews. All right, brother. That was great as always.
Sweet. All right. I appreciate it.
No problemo.
All right, man.
We'll talk to you again next week.
Talk later.
All right. Sounds good.
All right.
Bye. Hey, Audrey. How you doing this morning? Thank you for being upstate New York, being with us.
WQEE, WZZV, WVEQ, November 12th through the 17th. Be there.
Oh, never did get that news story in, but that'd be all right. We'll get it in tomorrow or something. Tomorrow's Weird Wednesday, and then we'll do Halloween version of the True Crime Show. on Thursday. What's the topic today? Well, we just did the picks to hit with sports, and then coming up, we're going to talk movie reviews. What's hot, what's not. Venom, The Last Dance took the #1 spot. I'm sure Shane. And then there were some deaths in the world of Hollywood this week and music. So we'll probably talk all that in the hour with whatever else I got to talk about. Next hour, I mean.
For 2 hours of Atlanta's funnest sports talk right here on WQEE. I say fun because it is. You've never heard a show like it because we make the listeners a part of the show. Every day between noon and 2 p.m. Eastern, you'll hear plenty of the best sports talk, including the latest on the Falcons, the Braves, and more. And who knows, you might even hear you. That's the Rod Peterson Show, daily at noon, right here on WQEE 99.1.
You heard a wolf howl. Yeah, that was the Halloween. That was up in Jasper, Georgia, the last few days of the haunted hayride there. Hello, WQEE. Hello. Hey, what's up, brother? Turn this down. Everybody wants to call at the same time. We've just been getting busy here. Okay, there we go. Got the information reviews on. Oh, well, next week begins the 4 radio stations I'll be on. I'm going to be responsible for their morning show. Let's see. Thank you, Audrey. I appreciate that. Yep. That's hard enough you're at work, buddy. Talking about the haunted hayride up in Jasper, Georgia. Oh, what's up, Captain Hot? Voice is back. Yeah, Shane, I was just 100%. Couldn't even talk last week. I didn't even sound as good as Carl from Sling Blade. That's how bad off I was. I couldn't even talk. Only one of them was a con man. There you go. Boy, whoever's trying to call in is trying to call in. They want to report a fire somewhere. They want to cuss me out. They're relentless. Yeah, and I'm looking at my where the phone comes up, and it comes up in my feed here and everything, share where I can find. And only one of those calls was from the crooked people. Trying to sell me something. No, I don't want to offend Jessica. I don't want to take that poll, Martin. No. I'm going to take hugs and kisses. Sorry. No, Shane's on right here. Share. Well, what'd you watch, Shane? Did you watch the new Venom? Oh, I finally seen the Beetlejuice. It was a little up and down for me. Jesus Christ, who keeps calling? Must be a bad accident on the road. Leave a message, guys. Must be one of those automated. Men will be men, Jessica says. Nah, he didn't get disconnected. He's just sitting there getting his thoughts together for the show. Jesus Christ, are they going to stop? Maybe it's a fan. Two things come in from the. I got it marked where it comes into my. Guys, where it comes into my email to whether it's a real call or it's one of those crank calls. So 2 of them came in, so I know 2 of them are those crank calls. I don't know. It might be a fan calling, but I got Shane on. I got to talk to him. He's more important. Sorry, right now. Unless that fan wants to spend money, or unless that business owner wants to spend money. My God. Only 3 out of the 10 that's called is those people, or those con artists from India. I told one yesterday, there was one on there. I said, I got a friend that wants to date you and everything. And once she passed me over to her supervisor, he got mad when I said I was messing with her. You're messing with her? You don't have a friend for her? I'm famous with some of the telemarketers, yeah. Jesus Christ, will they stop? You would think people would stop calling if they know. All right, we're getting ready to go on here. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. And we're going on. Wow, that's breaking. Maybe that's who's calling is Russia, North Korea, and China. Hey, Bolly, will you go back to India and tell them people to stop calling? For me, Bolly. Must be somebody trying to call because it's not coming up in the fake. Only had 3 people calling there. Jesus Christ, will they stop? Whoever's calling needs to stop. Getting on my nerves. Yep, Bolly's got a mission. Thank you for that breaking news, Pete. We'll put it on. Well, I've got a call from the same 3 numbers. Same number 4 times. They really bound and determined to call. You think you know me? That's right. There you go. About 12 minutes past the hour. Currently, ladies and gentlemen, we are holding at about 53 degrees. And if 903-647-1491 will stop calling, email us. Because I've got a guest on the line, as always, and we're going to have 3 segments with him this morning. He is our movie reviewer. He's our Cisco and Ebert. He gives 2 thumbs up to great movies and great shows. And then if it's not so good, he turns into Stone Cold Shane B. Please welcome my brother from another radio mother, the one, the only Shane B. Good morning, Shane. How you doing on this Tuesday morning? How you doing, brother?
Well,
usual. Just ecstatic to be here. Well, I know we're going to get into some what's hot, what's not in the top 10 movies with Venom and everything. But I want to get this thing kicked off before we take our first break. I want to get this thing kicked off with, is there any celebrity news, maybe people passing away, any updates on anything that's going on, anything to that sort that you've kept up with this week?
We did lose one.
I knew it.
David Harris, who was coaches from the Warriors.
Right. Yes.
Died at 75 of cancer. David was I didn't realize he was in NYPD Blue.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
We lost him on the 25th. That's how many of those guys left.
Oh, yeah. And then we had, I know I talked about it yesterday, we had the founding member and bass player for the Grateful Dead to pass away. And so that's 2 so far this week. And they always come in 3s. So, wow.
Well, career-wise, I think we're losing Tiana Maslany.
Okay.
Better known as the Disney Plus series She-Hulk.
Oh, okay. I know who you're talking about now. Yes.
She, for some reason, felt it'd be a good idea to go after Ryan Reynolds and the executives at Fox with a lawsuit.
Dumb.
Saying she wasn't proper. She was supposed to have a cameo role in Deadpool and Wolverine. And apparently, after test screenings, nobody liked any scenes she was in, so they cut them out. So she sued for improper compensation. It was like, oh, just you weren't in the movie.
Wow.
Worse.
That's right. Worse.
Just what he didn't like it. So they did what they had to do.
Exactly. Did what they had to do. Wow. I tell you what, I mean, you know, this Deadpool and Wolverine, I hadn't had a chance to see it myself, but it stayed at number 1 and it stayed in the top 10s for a very, very long time, Shane. So we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we got more with Shane B on the RyanORadio Penitentiary right here on the Sunny FM radio network dials, ladies and gentlemen. We'll talk more movies, what's hot, what's not, and we'll get into the top 10 movies right after this. You're listening to RyanORadio Penitentiary. It is currently 53 degrees out there, 15 minutes past the hour. Some breaking news coming in this morning. Russia, North Korea, and now China are together attacking Ukraine. He said he hopes that's fake news, but that's what they're calling out there. So we'll check details on that. Thank you, Pete, for bringing that up to us. Back in a moment. Stay with us. More on the way. Also, I got my poll question this morning. I went back to something really, really old, Shane. Which of the CBS Sunday night movies was the most interesting? CBS Sunday night movies. You remember when they used to show movies on Sunday night? Please stop calling 903-647-1491. Your number keeps popping up in my feed. Stop it. I'm on the phone with someone. It must be North Korea's president trying to call me, Kim Jong-un. Oh, I want to talk to you. Anyway, here we go. Which of these CBS Sunday night movies was the most interesting? And Gone with the Wind debuted on television in 1981. The Untouchables debuted in 1990. Yellow Submarine, the Beatles movie, in 1971. And then I got other CBS movies. 32% for Gone with the Wind, 35% for The Untouchables, 11% for Yellow Submarine, and then 22% for other CBS movies. Which of those or any other did you remember as a very interesting CBS Sunday night movie, Shane? Because I'm going to ask you that when we get back on the air. I know you remember those Sunday night movies.
I remember watching Short Circuit and Howard the Duck with it.
Yes. And remember how long it took those movies to come out on TV? They were in the movie theater and it took them, what, a few years? Now you got streaming, it takes a few months. All right, guys, we're going to be coming back shortly. I watched the new Wolverine movie in my living room 2 weeks ago for free, said oh glory. Yeah, back in the day, you had to wait 10 years before a movie came out. The CBS movies were always old movies. Now we can watch a new movie in 2 weeks, two or 3 months later. These kids just don't know how good they got it now. Watch Predator Sunday. Ooh, you watch Predator Sunday, Martin. The original Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger. All right. Welcome back into the RyanORadio Penitentiary, still at about 53, 54 degrees. Time and temperature brought to you by Active Pest Control. Summer, winter, spring, fall, we don't care for those rodents, critters, or gooey things at all. 20 minutes past the hour. Our guest this morning, as always, is our good friend Shane B. He's our movie reviewer every Tuesday. And our poll question this morning is, which of these CBS Sunday night movies was the most interesting? Gone with the Wind came out in 1981 with 32% of the votes. The Untouchables in 1990 with 35% of the votes. Yellow Submarine in 1971, the Beatles movie at 11% of the votes, or any other CBS Sunday night movie at 22% of the votes. Your vote on that one, Shane.
The other, I distinctly remember watching Howard the Duck and Short Circuit.
Yep.
Back when they were doing that. And those movies just imprinted on me. Just that young. Man, back when CBS was on Channel 46.
Hey, there you go. Back when they were on Channel 46. They still sort of kind of on 46, but 46 has changed. Yeah, that's back when it was more than just their local news all day longs.
Yeah.
They had cooking shows during the week, you know, right before soap operas. You had soap operas up to 4 o'clock. And if you had to watch afternoon cartoons, you had to find them somewhere else, like on Fox or something. Oh. Saturday mornings.
Oh, I finally watched that McMahon.
Oh, tell me about it before we get into anything else.
I really enjoyed it.
You did. Mr. McMahon. So what you think about me? Ha Shane.
It was kind of fun to go back down memory lane.
Right.
A lot of the hits I forgot about. And then just learning more and more about McMahon's, his whole introduction into wrestling and how do you say, grew as a character.
Mm-hmm.
Fell into his own.
Became himself, really. Turned up. That's what every one of them say.
But it was like one event they didn't mention.
What was that?
I guess it was fine. It was when DX
Acknowledge me.
invaded WCW.
Oh, yeah.
Right. I thought they'd bring it up while they were talking about DX and NWO, but they didn't.
Nope.
Other than that, I think they got all the key events that happened.
Well, it was good. It's good to learn about the Vince McMahon of the era and knowing how he grew up and how he was kind of abused and stuff. Now I can see how Vince McMahon became the kind of person he did. And I liked how they did cover the lawsuit in the last episode and everything, even though McMahon wasn't a part of it. You know, they sort of kind of covered it.
Yeah.
So it was actually pretty good. All right, top 10 movies this week, heading into Halloween weekend. I guess you would call it Halloween weekend, the first weekend of November. This past weekend, I guess we had a few, how you would say, horror movies in the top 10. Smile 2, Terrified 3, Beetlejuice stayed up there. A few other ones too, but there's a new number 1 movie. And was this really The Last Dance? Should it be The Last Dance? Probably not. Was it?
Jeez.
Let's talk about it.
Post-credit scenes, you know, they just won't let something be.
Right.
Of course, they act like they want to set up for something else, and it's just so vague. But we could probably see that on
Well, so it taking the number 1 spot. Did you get a chance to review it? Is it something we should go see, or is it or we should just go ahead and try to watch Deadpool and Wolverine on stream?
I'd watch Deadpool and Wolverine again.
All right, that's what I thought. I was seeing the previews.
We got our first director, Kelly Marcel, who she was a writer on the first 2 Venom movies.
Right.
Gorilla and 50 Shades of Grey.
What?
Tom Hardy also was a writer on this.
I can see that.
He's also a writer on the second one, but of course, written by and starring him.
Right.
A couple people of note, Juno Temple, who plays this doctor in a movie that really does nothing. She's kind of there. A forced-in character, sort of. Her from, what was she? Probably better known from Ted Lasso.
Oh, okay.
Maleficent 1 and 2. Rice Ivins. He was wasted. He was the lizard from the Spider-Man movies.
Okay, the lizard from the Spider-Man movies.
And Rasputin from the Kingsman, or Kingsman Part 3, or the prequel, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
He plays this hippie dad, this family who are just there to be in trouble and get in the way.
Right.
Means to get Tom Hardy from point A to point B.
Okay.
Really add nothing to the story. The whole thing going on in this movie is they're decommissioning Area 51.
Okay. Wow.
But that's on the surface. So Ivins and his family basically sold all their possessions, got their old savings account to go to Area 51 to try to see an alien.
Oh, okay. Got to do that. Yeah, makes sense.
We have Stephen Graham, who was in Part 2. He played Toxin, like the first grandson of Venom. Probably better known for Snatch. He was Tommy.
Okay.
And then this choice that I still don't understand. What
That wasn't in the movie, Mark.
Chiwetel Ejiofor, who was Mordo in the Doctor Strange movies.
Okay.
The characters you gonna play in this universe? They've already somewhat connected the Sonyverse
Right.
to the MCU in a loose kind of way through
Right.
was Morbius and Venom 2. Because I'm sitting there at the bar at the end of Venom 2 watching Spider-Man on TV. I was like, oh, let's go to New York to see this guy. Like,
Right.
And at the beginning of the movie, Tom Hardy's, he got whisked off to another universe, continuing that multiverse thing, and he's sitting there talking to a guy about Thor. So they're really connecting stuff, but then he gets whisked back home. So I guess they're going to try to write off this multiverse stuff, but Chiwetel is basically two characters, three characters in this whole Marvel universe thing now. I don't like it. It's just sloppy. They're just going too far with all this stuff.
Wow.
Now, this movie had a $120 million budget.
Right.
And only opened this weekend with a $51 million.
Yeah, 51 million. That is not. They're not going to make their money up that way. They got to stream it a little bit if they don't stay in number one this weekend.
Well, no, I mean, like this movie is just it's devoid of life.
Wow.
There's so many players in this movie that it felt like they didn't do anything with.
Right.
So our guy Mordo, I'm just going to call him Mordo.
Mordo. Okay.
But while they're decommissioning Area 51, they have a secret base underneath Area 51 called Area 55.
Oh my goodness.
And
Area
down
55.
there, he's like the general that runs the military there. And our doctor, she's like the head doctor, scientist, whatever. She has a backstory of our brother getting struck by lightning while they were running on the beach one day, and it goes nowhere. The movie opens with what you think is our villain,
Right.
Noel, played by or voiced by Andy Serkis, but he's the creator of the symbiotes. Basically, Venom and his whole family. He's the creator of all them.
Right.
They found his rule to be somewhat too powerful and too evil. So they made a prison for him. So he's in this prison the entire movie. And his whole thing is about getting out. And the only way you can get out is through this convoluted, so I call it MacGuffin, but this plot tool that all of a sudden now Venom and Tom Hardy, they carry what is known as the Codex.
Right.
And they write it off as something that's created when the host of a symbiote dies and the symbiote brings him back to life. It creates this codex, and the codex is the only thing that can be used to get him out of this prison.
Wow. This is
Which makes no sense whatsoever, because if that's the case, Tom Hardy's the only one that has it in Venom. It's like, well, there's other symbiotes. Why don't you just put him on a hose, kill them, and then
thank you.
like a symbiote bring him back to life. Boom, problem solved. No. We can only go after Tom Hardy. What? Oh yeah, he's also wanted for murder. So now it turns into a road trip movie. They decide, we can't go back to San Francisco. Let's go to New York. Find that judge that can probably clear my name. So the movie's about trying to get to New York, which kind of happens. I don't know. They get as far as Area 51, and that's like pretty much where the movie is happening, between there and Area 51. But
Wow. This
at the
is
Area 55, they have like 6 more of these symbiotes that they're studying.
uh-huh.
And that's where the detective comes in, Stephen Graham.
Okay.
And, Eddie's wanted for his murder. Like Tom Hardy is wanted for his murder. So, a nationwide fugitive. For somebody who's on the run, he sure stays out in the public a lot. So, like, what's going on in their movie?
Yeah, really.
You think they're going to use more of the characters? Like, well, the whole time this is going on. There's the cheap part of it. This is how we save money. Because of the Codex thing, the Lord of the Void, who needs it, sends out, this monster that's basically a hunter of the Codex. This thing is huge.
Right.
Looks good on screen and all, but it's basically overpowered. And the only way you can see the Codex is when Venom is in, he's in full form.
Right.
So most of the movie is spent watching Tom Hardy instead of Venom, and you just hear Venom talking in his head.
Right. Huh.
It just felt like, a cheap way to not spend money on CGI. So it's almost a Venom movie with no Venom.
Wow. Wow. It seems like they didn't go all out. Unless this is going to be an introduction to a new version of this Venom. which we've seen many, many versions of it in the past, but still.
Yeah, I was really hoping for them to go all out with it.
Right. Right.
It was supposed to be the last dance. It's like, let's just pull out all the stops.
Right. It's the last dance.
Between 1 and 2, part 1 made a lot of its money. Part 2, not so much. And now part 3 is doing this, so it's a failing franchise.
I can see it.
And we had other Venoms available.
Right.
That really don't come into play until like the third act.
Wow.
And they're probably on screen for just during the final battle. So we get some new Venoms for a little bit. And the odder thing is, I remember in the first movie there was the whole thing about the symbiote having to be able to match up with its host. Like it was a process to get that full merger going on. In this movie, they just jump on people and boom, that's it. They're a Venom now or whatever.
Oh, wow. Just automatic.
And they even address this at the beginning of the movie, though, with Stephen Graham, because they have him imprisoned.
Right.
And it's like, oh, we finally got a symbiote to mold with him.
Wow.
And that one is telling the people at the secret base what's going on, what danger lies ahead. And it's trying to tell them, we're friendly, we're not your enemy. It's like, well, since when? I don't know, they just turned all the Venoms into heroes now. It's like, I don't know what's going on anymore. Movie is just stop.
Yeah, they're not supposed to be heroes.
Drags on.
Sounds like a dragging on movie. All right, guys, we're going to have more to talk with right after this short break with Shane B on the RyanORadio Penitentiary. You're tuned in to, of course, the Sunny FM radio networks. Ooh, don't sound like a fun movie at all.
It wasn't. It just wasn't. Very disappointing. I've been hearing some people call it, it wasn't great, but it was fun. Like, where did you have fun?
Maybe they just like the actor was in it, because seeing him, the guy that starring role, you think it's going to be good because of him and everything. So, but
yeah, they tried to force a lot of comedy into this too.
Yeah, that's probably what they were probably liking about it. Some people.
A lot of it felt flat.
It's how it is.
Oh, I didn't hear your thing.
You guys talking a little bit too much about romantic movies in there today. Bonnie, at least you're staying on topic. At least you're paying attention. Wally said the same thing you said. He wasn't the best Venom movie. There was no storyline to him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He does get his life back, though.
Hush, Ryan. What, Terry C? Tell me to hush. He gets his life back. We'll get into that after this short. We're coming back here shortly. Stop picking on me there, Terry C. What movie and show is that? Golly. Ram Hey Don't Go. I don't know what that is. Woo-wee. Welcome back into the RyanORadio Penitentiary, about 20 minutes away from the top of the hour. We continue our movie reviews with Shane B this morning as we continue talking about Venom and The Last Dance, and it should be The Last Dance forever. But you know how Hollywood is. They'll bring back another one. That might have been The Last Dance, but this will be The Last Dance by 2. Venom, The Last Dance twice. I don't know. I don't know. You know how Hollywood is. They'll bring another one up to try to make more money. Oh, my goodness, guys.
It definitely wasn't opening. It's just,
Well, one of my listeners, Bali, India, by way of India to New York, said that he didn't have a storyline to him. So, and I know that he's probably one of these people who love these DC and Marvel movies. So,
yeah, they do. It's just bad decisions made in this movie.
Wow.
There's one scene they run into the Miss Chin character,
mm-hmm.
The lady that knows Tom Hardy's character, and she knows about Venom. She's been all 3 of the movies.
Right.
But they run into her.
Okay.
In Las Vegas.
Of all places.
She wants to have, like, one last dance.
Ah, okay. I get it. Name the movie.
He goes for Venom, knowing they're being hunted, and now this monster can see them. Just for a dance number. It's like, why would you do this? They're just asking to get caught. What?
One last dance.
We got done with that. Wouldn't watch something better.
Okay.
Caught up on Penguin.
Okay, Penguin. There we go. Let's talk about it.
This show is really heating up. Episode 4, probably the best episode. Explores Sophia, what happened to her, and
Okay.
basically the secret's out that Penguin had something to do with Sophia being locked up. So she knows she's been betrayed by him.
Right.
So she goes and forms a partnership with Salvatore, the other guy that hates him.
Okay. Oh, wow.
They've essentially joined forces, but Sophia has restructured the family now. So
Okay.
she took everybody
So to
out.
speak. Yep.
So now she's running her family, and Salvatore lost his family by the hands of Oz. So now it's just these two teaming up together, combining their forces to go after Penguin.
Wow.
And,
Okay.
This whole time he's running, they made a new drug called Bliss.
Okay.
So he's kind of taking control over that. It was like Sophia's idea, and now he's just kind of taking it from her. So they're underground now, he's building his empire now. All the while trying to hide from Sophia and Salvatore. But episode 5 there, episode 6, they turn a bait on him.
Ooh. Okay.
Trying to
This is
see all the
interesting.
people that are dealing this
Ah, yeah.
And, he's hiding from them. But Oz gets betrayed by his most trusted girl. And so he's up with them. Or they're going to end up catching up with him. Well, actually, Sophia does catch up with them at the end of this episode. And Salvatore's escaping from jail now because Penguin tried to have him taken out from prison. Didn't work so well.
Wow.
He's out now. So he's got double the friend coming after him now.
Sounds.
We got the character that's Hector. That's Penguin's right-hand man now. Probably having the best character development in this show. He's gone from a little punk car thief to being a right hand of a crime boss.
Right.
And he's just, having the struggles along the way, getting more abrasive, more aggressive, but really coming into his own. Yes, I think this show's shit is getting started. But Penguin also has finally got his rivals to come together, other gang families.
Right.
And they formed the Golden, what did they call it? The Gold Summit.
Gold Summit. Wow. Amazing.
I'm guessing by this next episode, we're going to have a war of some sorts, at least before the end of this.
Yeah, this is interesting. So tell everybody where to check out the Penguin.
I can find it on HBO.
HBO. I'm going to have to try to see if I can find a way to get this myself. This has been interesting every week talking about it. We're getting ready to head out here in just a few moments with Shane. And Shane, I know that Netflix is bringing back Tomb Raider series for a second season. Have you seen the first season? I know you were going to try to look into that one.
Did not look into it.
Hadn't seen it yet?
No, I'm going to be able to burn that on Tomb Raider.
I hear you.
One of those properties.
Yeah. It's supposed to be some kind of cartoon or something like that. I don't know what it is. They got a second season coming out. But I do know I can't wait for Velma to come back. I know you're excited about that one. I know. I can tell it in your voice. Especially after the big review you had. Well, tell everybody how to follow you, all that good stuff, and what's coming up next, and all, and for you.
We're 2210 on YouTube. Check us out Thursday. We're going to finish I'll be on with another channel, but I'll be streaming it, share streaming it. Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern, we are finishing our horror movie bracket.
Okay.
We've been going through all these horror movies to kind of narrow down which one's the best horror movie.
Okay.
All subjective, but
Right.
The voters have talked. So we're going to finish that off this Thursday for Halloween.
Ecstatic about that. Halloween is on Thursday, so everybody's going to be doing that. And other than doing that, are you going to be getting you some trick-or-treat candy? I know you're not going to go trick-or-treating, but are you going to get you some candy?
We'll see.
You'll see after you guys finish it. Well, I tell you, that's coming up on Thursday. You have a good Halloween there, and we'll have you back next week on the show, Shane. Make sure you guys follow him. We'll talk more movies and everything. And before I let you go, Shane, is there anything new coming out this weekend in theaters?
Nothing that's catching my interest. There will be a John Wick re-release for the 10th anniversary.
I can't wait for that. Well, we'll see if the original one. All right, guys, back here in a moment. We close out after the break. Great as always, brother, except for a couple of times when they were trying to interrupt you. I don't know who it was. It was the same number calling over and over, so it wasn't one of the scam artists. I don't know. All right. Well, we'll have you next week, and you'll be on all the stations then when we'll be talking. So.
Find something let's talk about. Don't like anything good's coming out.
Well, maybe there'll be some good stuff to talk about on television or on Netflix you can find or something we can get into.
What other stuff?
There should be a lot of stuff. All right, brother. I'm gonna let you get back to it, and we'll talk again next Tuesday.
All right.
All right. Take care.
Later.
All right, brother. Crispies, good morning to you or good afternoon to you, brother.
In the NBA, the Philadelphia 76ers win without two of their star players. The stars Joel Embiid and Paul George on the bench. Tyrese Maxey led Philadelphia to a 118-114 overtime win at Indiana. Maxey had 45 points, 38 of them in the second half, an extra period, giving the 76ers.
That's a house for sale. That's not a house for sale. Don't watch Kill full of violence, I think. Don't watch Kill is full of violence. What movie is that? Our show.
Major League Baseball, Aaron Judge and the New York Yankees need to start hitting if they're going to climb back into this World Series. New York has mustered 5 runs over 19 innings in 2 agonizing road losses. The Los Angeles Dodgers Game 3 is tonight at Yankee Stadium. This is SRN Sports.
Are you looking for a dog trainer with positive reinforcement to help you bond with your new furry friends, or to have customized training in your own home, or wonderful group classes? Check out Pits and Pals on their Facebook page. Rosemary has extensive certification in dog psychology, is an AKC certified evaluator, and Victoria Stilwell certified training team. Check out Pits and Pals Facebook for more information. Rosemary wants to
Oh, okay. I see, Polly. That's cool. Cher, I don't think Cher came on today. I was going to give her results of our picks to hit on Friday we did together.
If you're in need of counseling services, please reach out. We can do in-person and online services.
Well, picking on Jessica. Oh, you're there. Okay. I didn't see you come on, Cher. Let's see. Let's see who won last night. All right. Our good friend Richard Holdridge this morning was with us, and we did the picks to hit for next week. And of course, our picks to hit from last week with our friend. I want to thank our good friend Cher for being with us. I got 11 out of them, and she got about 7 out of them. We both lost last night's game. I think we both picked the Steelers. No, we got last night's game, so that makes 8 for her and 12 for me. I'm sorry. We both got last night's game. Yay! We did it! We knew the Steelers were going to beat the Giants. All right, we got a few more minutes left with you guys. Stay tuned. Coming up at the top of the hour, last hour broadcast with Deborah Harris, sponsored by Newton City Church. We'll follow that up with Passion Life Church with Terrell Scott. He's good. And then around 12 o'clock, it's RP Show. The Rod Peterson Show. Best in the NFL, NHL, and CFL action as they prepare for playoffs this weekend in the CFL. 2 to 3 p.m. will be the Sports Beat, Richard Holdridge, who was on with us this morning. And 3 to 5 p.m. another great episode of Braves Country Radio. 5 to 6 p.m. will be the Rick Smith Show. And 6 to 8 will be Cole and Drew bringing you Talk Football. Total Talk Football for you, 6 to 8 p.m. Hey, coming up tomorrow, it is the Weird Wednesday edition. We'll have Professor Brenda Gasky, I like to call her that. She's going to give us another horrifying history story that's stained with the blood of the unknown tomorrow's show. And then on Thursday's show, it's going to be true crime mixed in with Halloween. And we'll have Creepy Confidential is going to join us in the second period. She's going to take about 10 or 15 minutes with us. Also, we'll have someone special. I'm going to try to get someone special in the final period too, so we can have that and maybe get some of your ghost stories and Halloween stories. Don't even have to be ghost stories. It can be just your favorite Halloween. You guys can call in on Friday to do that. Thursday to do that morning. I'm going to have a show planned, but I'm also going to open the phone lines for you. We're going to try to stay. And then Friday, we're going to have Bad Blood 2. We'll talk about that coming up next week. In 1972, a crack commando unit was found guilty of a military A-team. I love that. North Korea and Russia send political shockwave through Ukraine with war moves. And of course, 2 hours ago, they sent political shockwaves through it as on Tuesday, as Russia-Ukraine war appears to be getting even more dangerous, with NATO and South Korea expressing alarm about North Korea and Russia. China could be a part of something. We don't know. We'll have to check and see that. And Bolly says, Ryan, did you see any movies this week? No movies this week. I have not watched any movies. Well, I take that back. Over the weekend, I saw last Friday. I saw Beetlejuice. And it was an up and down. It was kind of boring at times. I kind of felt like it was a spinoff from the cartoon on Saturday morning, but it still was good at times. And there were certain parts that were funny. And there was certain parts that were funny and good. So all I got to say is it's not a bad movie to watch, not on your streaming sites. All right, guys. Before we get ready to get out of here, which of these CBS Sunday night movies was the most interesting? Gone with the Wind, 35%. Untouchables, 35%. 1981, Gone with the Wind went out on television. 1990, Untouchables went out on television. Yellow Submarine, 1971, 10%, and 20% of the votes there with other CBS movies. Yeah. Soap operas. Yeah, we'll talk about them closer to the week. We did the preview yesterday. And we'll wrap up the week on Friday with soap operas as well. Got a great week of great programming. I want to thank everybody for being with us. Tulsa King is another good one. Checking that out. Talk a little bit more about that. And on Thursday, we'll preview Georgie and Mandy's first marriage, Ghost, and Matlock as that's heading into Halloween night. So there you go. Guys, we'll be back tomorrow. We will be back tomorrow with more RyanORadio Penitentiary. And we got great guests tomorrow and great guests on Thursday. So stay tuned. Peace, love, respect. I am out of here. You're listening to the RyanORadio Penitentiary on the Sunny FM radio networks from Metro Atlanta to East Alabama. You got to get used to saying that. Take care, Jessica. Bye. Thank you for being with us. Audrey, Jessica, Oh Glory, Randall, of course. Martin, truck driver Terry, Bolly, Teresa, my lovely bride. Who else? Cher, of course, Miss Cher. Gail, of course, got to say goodbye to Gail. Pete, got to say goodbye to Pete. Pamela, goodbye to her. Goodbye to Crispies. Martin D, goodbye to you too. I know he was on. Everybody, we appreciate you guys. If I didn't say your name, it was we're blaming on my my Ed McMahon. Kisses to Ryan, says Teresa. Kisses to you. All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Weird Wednesday and then True Crime Thursday mixed with Halloween. It's going to be a weird couple of days. We're going to get weird with you. Have a great day. Also, have a happy Halloween. Happy what? Captain Hot Buns. See you, brother. Captain Hot Buns. Almost back. Almost back. Don't blow no kisses at me, Martin. Martin's throwing kisses out there. He's throwing kisses to everybody. We love you, Martin. See you guys.